you are doing this, thanks for joining. You don't need any equipment for today. If you'd like to, always have them handy. You can always set them in for something that we are doing. All right, let's see who is getting on now. See how everyone's doing. My hair is extra long and crazy and hard to manage. Yeah, thank you for joining. A few minutes to see who's on, and then we are going to get started with some good stretches. And we'll see what kind of stretches we're going to do, but I'm thinking we're going to do a lot of hip, maybe some lat and shoulder stretches, side body stretches. I guess I'll just wait. So you'll have to see me talk until they come on. Good morning. Good morning, Tracy. How are you feeling today? How was your weekend? Did you get any exercise in? Did you take it off, like the weekend off? Feeling sore anywhere particularly? Definitely comment below if you're having any soreness anywhere. Wait for you to type. So far, sorry, all this pressure is on you because you're the only one on right now. Give a few minutes to make sure everyone else gets on. We don't need any equipment today unless you'd like it. I always suggest a foam roller or a block or something where you can, or a water bottle where you can help with balance and stability for any of the movements. Give like 2 more minutes, see who else logs on, and then we're going to start getting going. And if you want to comment with how you're feeling today, please do so. So far, the plan, hips could always use stretching. Yes. So I think we're going to do some side body stretches, work and focus on those hips, and maybe a little bit of shoulders at the end if we have time. I think we'll get started. And whoever joins can join whenever they get here. So we'll start in a seated position with our legs crossed in front of us. And we're just going to kind of ease into some of these side body stretches. Side body, connects to our hip right here. So we want to make sure that we're also stretching this area. But it also, the trunk of ourselves, especially if we're holding our core engaged, we're doing a lot of things, planks, or having heavy loads where we're holding, we tend to engage more than just the abs that we see in the front. We have the whole trunk of our body to think about, and it attaches to our hips. So a lot of our hip pain can be in this, right where the IT band starts, right into that and their hip flexor in front, but right onto the side. So we just kind of are going to try to attack that a little bit today. So breathing, always connecting with our breath in the morning before we go into these stretches. And we're just going to increase our breath right now. Because breathing in and yawning sends oxygen to our brain. So our rib cage right here, we're just going to try and extend it out with deep breaths. If you want to hold it, you can. You want to feel the extension, not just sideways, but forwards and backwards. And then exhale it all out. Good. Inhale it in. Release that belly. Let your belly also expand outwards with the deep breath in. And exhale it out. So keep the shoulders down if you have them up. Inhale in. Lengthen that spine through the crown of the head. And exhale out. One more deep breath here. Inhale in. And exhale out. Good. We're going to take our hands and we're just going to walk them forward. Keep our sit bones back. Just a simple, nice, easy stretch in that lower back. Keep working your hands further away as we keep our sit bones down to the ground and take some deep breaths through the lower back. Deep breath in, expand your rib cage out your back, breathing through that back body. 2 more breaths. Last one. And walk those hands in. We want to try and use our breath as much as possible to kind of open up all of these little muscles and kind of warm it up. So we're going to walk those hands over to one of our sides of our body, and you can either walk it out just slightly, but you want to keep both sit bones down. So if you notice your hip comes up, make sure you adjust accordingly. So you're kind of getting a nice twist here. We want to make sure we're really reaching there, and if you need to, maybe just drop to your elbows if you can. And again, we're just taking deep breaths, opening up the side body, opening up that lower back. Inhale, deep inhale, and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose, expanding the rib cage, sending all that energy to that lower back, and exhale out. One more here, and exhale out. Walk our fingertips through the front and to the other side. Again, really try and get the twist on. Reach out wide so you can bring those arms down, but make sure your hips stay down. Deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. One more. And exhale. Walk your fingertips to the front and walk them up. So you're sitting on up. Awesome. We're going to plant one of our hands down to our side. This elbow can bend as we reach over. Again, we're going to keep this hip down. We're going to flip the palm of the one of our other arm. And we're going to reach over, extend it past, trying to keep a nice long spine here on the side, and come on up. We're going to stretch the lats of our side body and our hip as we reach over again. Deep breath in, expand through that side body, and exhale up. Good. We're going to gaze up through, past our arm to the ceiling on this one. Inhale, reach up, look up. Really extend that arm, and exhale, come back. Do one more like that, then we'll go to the other side. Extend, and exhale back. And other side, so plant your hand down. Again, we can lean into it depending on where your stretch goes. We're going to get our palm, reach it over past our other side. Inhale, keep that hip down, and exhale back. Again, inhale, reach over, and exhale back. Really reach with that hand so we extend long and we're getting that lat activation. Really focus on keeping that hip down. Now we're going to reach over and look up to the sky as we inhale through that side body. Nice and deep breath. And exhale back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to lift which foot is on top. So if you sit usually one way, we're most comfortable. We're going to flip which one is on top. So take your other foot. It might be a little uncomfortable. And we're going to walk our hands forward, stretching that lower back one more time. Deep breath in through that lower back and out. Again, one more breath. And exhale it out. Good. Walk on up. We're going to continue with this leg movement here. So we're going to take this ankle of the top leg and we're going to put it across our thigh. We're sitting in this nice little pretzel twist. You might feel a stretch in your hip just from doing this right here. So we're going to make sure when we're here, that'll kind of curve over to the side, that our ankle is on top of his thigh in this cross position. And this is going to serve one, we're just going to sit up nice and tall. We can press this knee away. You might feel the hip stretch here for this top leg. But we're going to focus on the bottom hip. The leg that's on the bottom, we're going to focus on this hip. So we're going to do those side body stretches that we just did. But now we're going to go opposite from the bottom leg. Bottom leg that's down, hand opposite plants. We're going to keep this top leg pressing this hip down, really focusing and helping keep that hip down as we reach up and over, pressing that foot into that leg. Maybe we get a little bit deeper, but now we're going to feel it in our hip a little bit more if you did it before. You can send this hand out a little bit wider. You can come to your elbow, whatever works for you. Just pressing and getting deep into that stretch. Remember your breath, opening up those muscles, doing that extra work. You stretch here. Breathing in really gives that extra stretch. One more breath. And exhale. Going up. And we're going to take that foot down. And we're going to go to the opposite side. So let's start with my seated cross position, my cross-shin position. I'm going to take that top leg opposite and put it on top of that thigh. Pressing this, for me, it's my left hip. It might look like my right. And I'm going to take my other opposite hand out. I'm going to extend past this arm. So I can come to my elbow a little bit. And I'm extending past. Join me. And we're going to breathe. For you, you might be a little bit forward. You might be a little bit back. Do whatever you need. A lot of different areas. You can play with it if you need to go forward or back. If you go forward, you hit a little bit of that lower back. If you go back, you hit a little bit more of that hip flexor. Deep breaths through that side body. Last one. And exhale on up. Good. We're going to come on out nice and gently from this. Extend our legs forward. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, fold over our thighs, which might not go anywhere. I'm extremely tight and sore today. But we're just kind of loosening that lower back so you can crawl down. I want you to relax the head, relax the neck. And just take a few deep breaths through that lower back. Try to relax everything. Keep the toes to the sky. Keep the knees nice and straight. One more breath. And slowly walk on up. All right, coming to our knees. We're going to just sit up here slightly. We're sitting up nice and tall. And we're just going to, kind of like a ballerina, keeping one arm open. We're going to take one arm and we're going to pull it down. So we're creating this S curvature with our arms. And we're going to extend to either side of those hands. So my bottom hand is with my hip. I'm going to extend my hip with my hand to one side. And my top hand is with my head. I'm going to extend my head with my hand. I'm going to get a nice deep, again, side body stretch here. So extend the bottom hand to, let's say, the right for you. So it's going to go to the right, hips go to the right, and then we extend our top body to the left, looking up, and come back to center and switch. So again, the S curvature, bottom palm facing up, top palm facing down. We're going to extend these, palms are facing each other, and come back to center. We'll do one more each side, nice and quickly. Pushing the hip out, keep those hips stacked. Last one, other side. All right, cool. I think we got a lot of side body stretches, so we're gonna stop there with that. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer. We might go into a little bit more later, but we're gonna stay in this kneeling position just real quick, do a nice shoulder rinse. So we're gonna clasp our hands behind our back. I like to kind of keep them flat with each other, so I need the clasp together. So I interlace my fingers and get this James Bond move here. And I'm just going to roll my shoulders up, back, and down, and extend my hands and my elbows nice and long. Squeeze my glutes together. Squeeze my inner thighs together. And I'm going to press my hips forward slightly as I lift my, so keep a nice tall spine as I lift my hands, reaching back towards the back of my mat, the wall behind us. I'm just opening up that chest. If you want, you can press your hips forward more. Send that chest to the sky. And relax. All right. Half kneeling, getting into those hips a little bit more. So we're going to stack our hip, or our shoulder, hip, and knee. Tuck that tailbone in. We're going to inhale, reach up, sweep our arms up high to the sky. And exhale down. Good. Again, inhale, reach up, squeeze that back glute nice and hard, opening up that hip, reach high to the sky. This should be a stretch for most of us. And exhale down. We should feel that even in our abdomen, down our hip flexor, down our quad. Inhale, reach up. If we want to look up, reach a little higher. Extend that rib cage up high to the sky and exhale down. We're going to rock ourselves forward on our inhale. Inhale, open up that back hip, pressing into that front foot, and exhale back to half kneeling. Good. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, rock forward. Keep that heel down. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale, rock forward. And exhale, back. We're going to do the last one. We're going to hold with our hands. Either stay upright if you need to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Make sure you're pressing the tops of the toes of the back foot into the ground. Getting this half moon position. Really open up. Press that toe in the ground. Press the shin into the ground. Open up. Deep breaths. All legs are engaged to kind of keep our balance here. And hands come to the inside. Good. You can either come to your elbows, you can walk your hands out wide and long, whatever works for you. You can go deep now. I like to stay up a little bit higher, especially if this is my first one. Deep breaths, opening up that back hip. Keep pressing the toes into the ground. Keep opening up that back hip. Pressing the hip forward. Remember about your breath, breathing into that belly, breathing into that hip flexor. Stretching every time you breathe in. And exhale, you kind of let it go. You give into that stretch. Walking our hands into the inside of our foot. And we're going to take a side body stretch. So we're going to take our opposite hand. I don't know which side we are on, but if we say our front foot, we're going to take the opposite side hand down to the ground. And we're going to twist slightly to past our bent knee. I'm going to switch how I am looking right now. So we're in this position. We're going to keep a nice extension here. We're going to take our inside elbow. Let's do that. We can go down to our instep. And then we're going to twist that to the sky. I want us to drop this hip and twist to the side body. So bringing this hip, side body to the ground as we inhale, reach up and back to center. So this hip twisting and coming to the ground from our side body is going to give us a little bit of a stretch here. We're going to do it again. So instep, or elbow to instep, and then twist, and we're going to let it twist back. We might get some stretch in this back knee. And come on back. We're going to do that again. We're just going to bring our knee into a little bit more in. So we're in this half kneeling position a little bit more. It's kind of like, if you've done windmill in yoga, it's kind of like that. So we're going to stay up. This back knee is bent now and on the ground. We're going to bring our hand down to the ground as we reach up high to the sky. And we're going to pull our hip back as we twist. We might feel some stretch in this back hip more. And come on back. So again, top hip, we pull back, up high to the sky, now tied to the sky. And this hip we're bringing and twisting to the ground. So we're just hand to the ground, still in this kneeling position, and twist on up. Now we're working our top hip a lot more. And we've done two each side. So we're going to switch. Actually, we're not going to switch. We're going to get our hamstring real quick. So in our half kneeling, stay with me. Now we're going to just sit on back, get our hamstring again, just a little bit. So we're in this half split or half kneeling. Reaching over our hamstring. Again, deep breaths here again. Relax the head, relax the neck, folding forward over that leg. And come back on up and switch sides. So half kneeling on the opposite side. Tucking that tailbone in, squeezing our glutes, pressing our toes into the ground, pressing our feet into the ground, hamstrings are engaged, and we're just going to open up that hip by breathing in, reaching up, and exhale it down. Good, inhale, reach it up, extend those arms up high to the sky, exhale, bring it down. Good, inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, bring it down. I'm going to take my foot an inch or two forward. I'm going to inhale, keep everything going, and I'm going to rock myself forward and back. So I let my toes go long so I can press the tops of my toes in the ground, keeping that pelvis tilted. I'm going to inhale, reach forward nice and gently, rocking forward into that front heel and press through that front heel back. Good. Two more times. Inhale, reach or rock forward. Exhale it back. Getting deeper with each rock forward. One more. Rock forward and press back. And on this last one, we're going to hold here. Rock forward and inhale. We can reach up. We can press on our leg. We can use a block. Opening up through that back hip flexor. So pressing the toes into the ground, deepening that breath through that belly, expand that rib cage, belly forward. And exhale, hands come to the ground. We can extend our hands nice and long, pass, or you can come to your elbows, whatever works for you. Deep breaths here. Pressing that hip forward with every breath. Expand the hip flexor, expand that waistband out. And bring those hands back in. We're going to take our right or inside elbow, reach towards our instep, and then we're going to twist open past our bent knee. Again, we're going to twist this time, so I like my opposite hands for a little bit of stability out wider. We're going to twist our body so our opposite or back hip comes to the ground as we twist on open. And come back down to center, elbow to instep. Again, twist that back body, pressing the legs and hips into the ground. We can let this front leg fall out, help with that twisting. And back, let's do one more here. Elbow to instep and twist. Come back. This time we're going to sit up a little bit deeper. So we're going to bring my foot back in those 2 inches already. I slid it out, so I'm in this half kneeling position. Again, I'm going to go opposite arm, opposite leg, but I'm going to keep this top hip pulled back as I twist to try and get more into this top hip as I twist open. So pulling that hip back, you can go to your elbow if that works for you. For me, I'm kind of in the middle, not quite there yet. And relax. I'm going to go again. I extend my arm out because I'm not always my elbow yet. Press that hip back and up. And come back to center. We're going to straddle our front leg. I like to tuck my toes, and I'm going to send my hips back. We're just going to stretch that hamstring real quick. Not too quickly. Folding over, relax the head, relax the neck. Folding over that front hamstring, the front leg. Toes to the sky. And sitting on down. Reach both feet forward. We're just going to do one more hamstring stretch here. So folding forward, we're going to reach up high. Exhale, extend forward, folding over those front legs. Relax the head, relax the neck. And try to give into this position. Feel the stretch of your hamstrings. Feel the stretch of your calves. Maybe of your lower back a little bit if you're really extra tight. And just make sure you're focusing on your breath. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it out. Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. On every exhale, if you can, get into the stretch a little bit more. Go deeper, please do. Last breath. And exhale it out. Walk your hands up. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to keep those hands planted behind us. We're in the brain here. We're going to get into our glute stretch, or glute and hip stretch. So we're going to take our right leg. We're going to cross that ankle above on our thigh, above our knee. And we're going to bend that left leg up and in. And with this stretch, we tend to like to, you know, give into where it's easy. And it's hard for us to stay nice and square with our hips. You know, we like to tend to kind of compensate. Really try and focus today on just keeping that square position with our hips so they're nice and even, and then pressing that knee away and lengthening that spine. Keeping that belly button open. We want that to make sure if we're like sunbathing that we're getting some sun there. Opening up that heart to the sky. You need to bend the elbows back to go back a little bit. You can. We're just folding our thighs to our chest a little bit closer each time and maintaining that square position of our hips. Try not to compensate each one. That includes our foot, making sure our left foot is in line with our left hip. Last breath. Extend that leg long. Unwind. And opposite side. So left ankle above the right thigh. And keep the right heel in line with the right hip as you bring it in. And then reposition those hips if you tend to shift and put your weight rocking to the left or to the right maybe. Try to keep them nice and square. And then same thing, sometimes we press them forward, sometimes we press them back. Really try and keep it nice and neutral position, pressing the knee away and lengthening that spine. Deep breaths. Five, 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. And relax. All right. So stretch anything else you need to stretch. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure. Yep, I went over, of course. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that kind of helps get a different side of our hips just by getting into those side body stretches a little bit more. And yeah, definitely just every day, it's worth doing some of these stretches, especially some of our, we want to go easy and take it easy into these stretches. So that's why we do the rocking before we go into the static stretching. And yeah, thanks for joining me. You have a good day, and I will see you later. Have a good one.